It's the 1st of March, and perhaps I've started a tradition. This little video will be about the herring run, which this year happened in all its glory right in front of our house. Amazing stuff. Anyway, these photos are from the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of March. Here's Mr. Eagle waiting for the herring to start. It's on the 3rd of March, and this is all taken from our bedroom window. Here's on the 10th of March now, and you see the milky green stain in the water. That's the herring spawning. And here come the fishing boats. Now at this stage, this is just a few hours later, the fishery has just opened, and all of a sudden there's a few fishing boats right in front of the house, so that was kind of interesting. As I understand the rules, they spend several weeks ahead of opening the fishery out with sonar and airplanes and reconnaissance, and they try to estimate the number of tons of herring in the area, and then they allocate 20% of that tonnage to the fishery. And then at some point, I don't know how they trigger it, but when the fish are really starting to spawn, they open the fishery. And all of these boats show up all at once. They only fish for a day or two until they catch their quota. And they sell mostly the roe, as I understand it. So they catch the fish, they take the roe out, and they sell the roe in Japan, and the fish bodies just go to dog food or something like that. Now here we thought we had a few boats in front of the house, but then we ran down to the beach and we looked to the right, and oh my God, it was like an armada. We counted 100 boats, all within a mile or two of our house. 25 or 30 right in front, and another 70 further down by the ferry terminal. This is the evening of the 10th, right offshore, right in front of the house. These are all taken from the living room window. Now the little boats that are close to shore, those are the active fishing boats. You see the nets, and here Deb got creative with her iPhone next to the scope. Pretty neat. And there was probably 15 or 20 boats doing that right near the house. We took a little drive down the beach a ways, a mile or two, and this is where the main armada was. You see the ferry terminal down there in the distance, and you see the watercolor. Now this is back in front of the house again, evening of the 10th. They don't stop, they fished all night. I tried to take photos in the dark, but basically it was just like a parking lot. There was lights and fishing boats right outside the bedroom window all night. You see all the boys, they're marking the nets. This is the next morning. Those aren't eggs on the beach, that's just basically meringue. It's like from all the protein in the water from the spawning, it just makes this foam. It sticks to the beach. We haven't seen many eggs in the water yet this year. I don't know what we're missing, but last year we saw a whole bunch on a different beach. So this is day 2 of the fishery, the second morning, less than 24 hours from when it started. Crazy. It's just like an egg white meringue, whipped up protein. All the, excuse me, all of this right in front of the house. This is the third day, the 12th. All the boats are gone now. All that's left are the eagles and the sea lions. Lots of both. The water's still a kind of a green color, but it's not as clear weather, so you don't see it as much. Those are sea lions rafting around in the water. Now, these herring aren't big, they're about 20 centimeters long. And they estimate, the Department of Fisheries estimates there's 100,000 tons in the Strait of Georgia, which is basically between Vancouver Island and the mainland. And I think the quota for the fishery this year was about 8,000 tons. Not 8,000 kilograms, 8,000 tons. So 8 million kilograms. And it's the last active herring fishery in British Columbia. All the other ones have been reduced to such a level that they don't fish them anymore. So I'm not sure how I feel about all of this. It's interesting and exciting, but man, our track record of managing this effectively is not great. Now, these last few photos I stole off of a local Facebook page, so they're better photos, and again, they're all local. If not right in front of our house, then just down the beach. The big boats are called packers. The little boats offload the fish onto the big boats, and the big boats freeze it and store it. There you see the sea lions next to the nets. That's Kitty Coleman Creek in the campground just down the street from us, so 5-minute walk from the house. I don't know who took these, but I took them off the internet, but that's our beach. And that's the campground at the end of the street. So hopefully you found this interesting. It was quite a 3 days, lots of action. Maybe next year you can come out and visit in the first week or two of March. Bye for now.